That must have darn near killed you.
Did. I'm very glad it's all out in the open now.
Me too. And I'll tell you what. Now you can make it all up to her.
Oh, no. No, absolutely not. I am not going to play matchmaker for Quentin and Nola. That's no.
Vanessa, if we're going to attack Alan Spaulding, the Chamberlains have to be on a united front.
Nola is not a Chamberlain.
Oh, yes, she is. She's your brother's wife. She's going to have your father's first grandchild, and you're going to get her back into dinner. I don't care what you have to do.
Do you realize how difficult you make things?
You do that all by yourself.
All right. All right. Oh, I'll go find her.
Hold on just one second. You don't have to run off all that fast. Now, I just want you to sit down here because Billy has a little something for you. There has never been a woman who married Billy Lewis who didn't get something and have something to show for it. Now, this is for you.
No! Oh, no.
Darling, I told you that was going to be your wedding present.
This is terrible.
Maybe you better look inside. Hey, that's 14-karat gold. That's a real antique. Let me see that for a second. Well, uh-oh, it's got a rattle in it. Maybe it's broken. I better take this back there.
That's what I wanted.
Happy Thanksgiving, darling.
Beth, you just keep telling me to try to make Phillip understand. Now, how can I make Phillip understand when I don't understand myself?
But you wouldn't. You couldn't.
No, don't underestimate me.
Rick, you have a nice family life. You haven't had to experience the kind of home life I have.
Beth, my father was an alcoholic. You know, I went through some pretty bad times myself, too, you know. You learn to cope. I can help you.
I've tried to do the right thing. I mean, I've tried to cope. I just don't want anyone hurt. I mean, I just don't know what to do.
Is your stepfather an alcoholic, Beth? Don't be ashamed to talk about it. Problem is Bradley, isn't it? Come on, Beth, please tell me what's going on, please.
Hey, kiddo, I'm home. What the hell are you doing in my house?
This is my house, too. Rick is my friend.
Who says he's welcomed here?
He's welcome here as long as I live here.
What were you two doing? Having a little heart-to-heart? Maybe it was something else.
Stop it, Bradley.
Mr. Raines, Beth really needs a friend right now. Can't you understand that?
She doesn't need any help from people like you. She has her family.
Why can't she have a friend come over without causing a major confrontation?
Rick, don't,
Yeah,
it's
you
all
go
right.
ahead. You use all the fancy college words on me you want, kid. This is still my house. I want you out of it.
Rick, don't worry about me. I'll be all right. Just leave, okay? Just go home.
Maybe I have to get a court order put on this friend, too, huh, kiddo?
You heard him, Rick. Don't get in any trouble. Go home.
You gonna be all right?
I'm taking care of her.
Thanks for stopping by.
I'll see you in class, all right?
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Raines.
What'd you say to him?
What's the matter? Afraid I told him?
Did you?
No, I didn't tell him. I couldn't tell anybody.
Rich people like the Bauers and the Spauldings don't have any business knowing about this family's problems.
What you did to me wasn't a little problem, Bradley.
You better not get any ideas about telling it to anybody.
Don't worry. I'm not going to tell Rick or Phillip. They don't live in a world where people are raped.
I don't know what happened to me, sweetheart. I promise you it won't happen again.
No, it won't happen again. Not if I move out.
A second.
Well, hi, Sugar.
And
come on in.
Good
What
to
are
see you in here.
I'm working. Here, have some handbills. Listen, I'm going over to Vanessa's in a little bit. You are going to have Thanksgiving dinner with us, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, real excited, huh? Honey, how do you really feel about your father getting married to Vanessa?
Oh, I'll believe the day I see it.
I think you're going to see it, sweetheart.
Well, Daddy goes through women like he goes through old socks, so you know that. I won't worry about it till the day I see him hit the aisle.
Honey, if you've got problems with this, I think you ought to talk to your daddy real soon about it.
Well, I handled Reva, didn't I?
Reva was another story.
Yeah, well, I can handle Miss Vanessa, too.
Mindy Sue,
what are we gonna do with you? I don't know. But just keep loving me.
You got
So,
it.
where are all the volunteers?
Well, it's a holiday, remember?
Well, what are you doing here?
I get paid.
Well, where's Mr. Martler? Why isn't he here?
I don't know why he's not here. Well, actually, I do. He left a note saying he had some family business to take care of.
It must mean Phillip. Has he been here?
Phillip? No. You know, Ross said in his note there that Philip's going to help out with the campaign.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, what a coincidence. Well, I was thinking about helping out myself, too.
Oh. You're getting to be a regular little philanthropist, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Volunteer work at the hospital and now this.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll always help out with a good cause.
Mindy, I think that your commitment here would probably have more to do with Ross's nephew than the campaign. Honey, don't beat your head against the wall. Believe me, the Spaulding men have minds of their own.
I hope I didn't call you away from your Thanksgiving celebration, Mr.
No, not at all. I was working at the hospital. Well, what did you want to see me about? Your message sounded quite urgent.
It is.
Is there some sort of problem?
Yes, Mr. Andrews, there is a problem. You.
What do you mean there's a problem with me?
You'll remember that I warned you to stay away from my wife.
Sir, that wasn't what it seemed.
I also prevented you from being censured or fired by the hospital board because you neglected to investigate the Henry Chamberlain incident.
Mr. Spaulding, you agreed that was the way to handle it.
Yes, well, as it turned out, I had to handle it. I'm not sure it was worth it.
What exactly is it that you're trying to say?
Sit down, Andrews. As you know, Spaulding Enterprises has acquired a group of hospitals through a holding company.
Yes, one of those hospitals being Cedars.
I don't want that information made public. At least not until Cedars is the kind of hospital that does credit to Spaulding Enterprises. Now, I see that happening in one of two ways. Either through the hospital's balance sheet or through some newsworthy research development.
I've tried cutting the budget.
You haven't tried hard enough.
Well, what else can I do?
Mr. Andrews, we brought you from St. Vincent's for one reason. Even though you had a shady reputation, you were also known as an aggressive administrator.
I'm still that.
I haven't seen any evidence of it.
Believe me, Mr. Spaulding, I'd be much farther along if Dr. Bauer didn't fight me on every issue.
On that point, we share common ground. I know he can be difficult.
Oh, well, that's what I'm stuck with. They've done their best to try and turn nearly everyone against me.
I may have an ally for you. Someone who can overshadow Dr. Bauer. If he receives the right support from you.
You can count on it. Who is he?
Dr. John Stevens. He's doing work in South America.
Oh, yes, I've heard of him.
Of course you have. All of his research has been financed by the Spaulding Foundation. Now, he's on the verge of an important discovery. And I want that to happen at Cedars, not in some remote South American country.
I couldn't agree more.
I've summoned Dr. Stevens from San Rios. I'm going to insist that he finish his research at Cedars. And I want you to see that he gets everything he needs. Carte blanche. See to it that his research receives every care and consideration.
It'll be my pleasure.
Well, I'm glad you see it that way. Now, enjoy your Thanksgiving. You have much to be thankful for. In fact, thank Dr. John Stevens. He has saved your job.
Hey, kiddo. Hey, Beth, I'm talking to you.
What do you want?
About what you said before about moving out. I sure hope you didn't mean that.
Why?
Because it would make things very difficult for me and your mother here.
I don't see how.
She'd start asking questions about why you left. She'd want to know why you didn't talk to her about it. I wouldn't know what to tell her.
Well, don't say anything.
Beth! Beth! Your mother's going to be home any minute. I don't want to leave this up in the air. Now, you tell me you're not going to move out of here, Beth. Now, you tell me, or I swear
what?
I'll...
You'll rape my mama like you did me?
Why, you little...
Mr. Raines.
Yes?
I'm Ross Marler.
Yeah, I know. District Attorney.
I'm also Philip Spaulding's uncle.
What do you want?
I'd like to talk to you and Beth.
Why? There's been no crime committed here.
Come in, Miss Marler. I'd like to talk to you, too.
This has been Guiding Light. Furs by the Christie Brothers. Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.